Hello and welcome back to Fracking Farmhouse, where I'm going to tell you a little story about Woodsetts, the village up near here. But it also has a lesson to be learnt, how to beat the fossil fuel companies. Okay, INEOS in our case, because INEOS, if you want a bit of background, INEOS 2.5 years ago picked on 3 villages around here: Marsh Lane up the road, Harthill over the road, and Woodsetts. And all 3 have gone to public inquiry. And Woodsetts was the last one, and I met Barry from Woodsetts last week, and he was so happy. How did it go, Barry? We gave them a kicking. Oh, he says, we gave them a right kicking. So I thought I better, because they learnt from us. They learnt from Harthill, they learnt that you had to go Rule 6, it's called. Right, so if you're going to come up, say a multinational gas giant decides to drill in your village, this is what you do. Okay, first thing, you've got to get the council on your side to not allow planning permission. We manage that. They manage that in Rotherham, because councils have politicians. Politicians realise how bad fracking is. So then, to get planning permission, they have to go to public inquiry, and don't leave it to the council. That was the mistake they made at Harthill. You have to stand up as your group, as your village group, and say, we're Rule 6. We're going to be at the table. Okay, we did that. And we knew at Marsh Lane that their noise was rubbish, their noise data, their noise sums, because they actually had in their planning permission, this is the data we recorded, and then we looked at Harthill and it was the same machine, same day. You know, like it couldn't be in 2 places at once. They were obviously lying. But we thought we'd just take that to public inquiry and say, look, they're lying, lie, pants on fire. But Harthill saw, Woodsetts, they saw what they needed, and what they did was they saved up and they got a separate noise study done. So we knew they were lying, but we couldn't. I went and asked some people to do a separate noise study, but you see, these consultants, as well as being very expensive, most of them work for the oil and gas industry. And are they going to go against the people who give them most of their work? No, but we have found, Woodsetts found somebody. So before the public inquiry, they went along and said, well, INEOS's noise survey says this, but our noise survey says that. So the inspector said, okay, we'll get a 3rd noise survey and compare. And of course, the 3rd noise survey, independent, came up, and it was much closer to Woodsetts than INEOS, because INEOS were lying. So then INEOS came, all right, well, we want to drive all these 6,000 trucks within 50 metres of sheltered housing, and all the noise and everything. They got the new noise survey and they showed that it would be too loud there. So INEOS said, what are we going to do? We're going to build the Great Wall of INEOS, right? A 3-metre high fence right alongside the sheltered housing and all down there, you see. And that was their downfall. Because at the inquiry, they asked them, you know, like, why didn't you come up with this to begin with? Well, because we were hoping nobody would realise that our noise data was a lie and we'd get away with not doing it. All right. You've not got planning permission for this. It's not in your planning. No, and you haven't told people what it looks like. And they actually said, well, if you go to the Woodsetts Against Fracking website, they've got a picture of it. So they're actually saying you should go to the anti-fracking website to see what their walls looks like. And anyway, they fell down, and they got into all sorts of difficulties, and Woodsetts had a barrister with them, and they pulled them all apart. So great fun. They beat them in the room. So if an oil and gas industry come to start fracking in your area, 1, start saving up, 2, get independent expert advice, and 3, get a barrister to represent you, and you'll win. And of course they did win in the room, but as we discussed in the previous Fracking Farmhouse, James Brokenshire has taken the decision away from the inspector, because we don't know why. But he's been sacked by Boris. So we've got this other numpties come along. It's funny that these people that govern our things, apparently on the continent, people who get ministerial roles are experts in their field, but in this country you've just got to be a mate of a big bully, and that's how you get her to be a minister. So this is sitting on this guy's desk. We're not expecting a decision till January, and then if we do keep winning, because it is quite easy to beat these guys because there are still planning laws in charge to protect us, Well, look at the permitted development consultation. If the government get that through, they won't need planning permission at all and they can drill where they like. So, swings and roundabouts, but if you do want to beat a multinational, take a leaf out of Woodsetts' book, and I'm sure you can contact them. They've got a Facebook page. They've been brilliant. Well done, Woodsetts, and great for giving Ineos a kicking. They deserve it. Cheers then. Fracking's losing. Bye.